Alright, once again, we are at the Wellston Trail, one of Robbins, Georgia. Gonna take a little walk along this trail. I'm not real good at filming. This is my first walk and talk video. I already have some people coming my way. I'm gonna try to keep away from filming people. But nice little trail here. We'll talk again. Or, well, I don't know. I feel uncomfortable about this. Why? Good. Friendly people. There usually are on this trail. Oh my goodness, there's all kinds of people out here. This is not what I was hoping for. Filming in public for the first time. Not used to this. This is what we got.
Dad.
Yeah. Morning. Very friendly people this morning. So, here we are. The reason for this video is just to kind of introduce myself, talk about my channel, and let y'all know what's going on. Sun right in my eyes this morning. First off, the channel name, Old Guy Hustle. Clearly, I got the first part taken care of, the old guy. That was pretty easy. Just wake up every day for 65 years, and it's handled. So, hopefully I can keep waking up every day for quite a bit longer, so God willing. The hustle part has been what's the struggle lately. So I'm hoping with this channel that I can start hustling a little more than what I have been past few years. It's been a struggle for me, but this is going to keep me motivated. Hopefully I will build enough of a community on here to keep me supported in my endeavors, as well as maybe, I don't know, maybe I can affect someone else's life and keep them motivated and excited about life, whether you're young or old. I mean, it's important to live a good life and enjoy what you're doing. So that's basically it. That's why I want to do this channel. That's my why. It's something important. Oh, there's an albino squirrel over there. Sorry, this is probably gonna happen to. I don't know if I'll be able to get it, but see if I can zoom in on that little sucker. You see him there on the tree? Let's see if I can walk over it closer. Still, you see him there? It's not easy with this zoom. A little bit closer. I don't know why I'm whispering. There he is. White squirrel. Isn't that cool? Where'd he go? There he is. There you go. Sitting up on that stump. There's nice. If I can get it in there. There's a thumbnail. if I ever have seen one. Alright, so let's go back to my walk. Alright. Anyway, back at my walk. I also avoided some people. See, there's more people on the trail. This actually is a pretty popular trail. About 2 years ago, I was on an app called Meetup, and I formed a group, and we used to walk this trail 2 or 3 times a week in the evenings. Never got a lot of participation, but I did get some. So, morning.
Good morning, sir.
It's always been a nice trail to walk. I've always enjoyed walking this trail. Everybody's friendly. Generally, especially this time of day, it's going to be people around my age, maybe a little older, out for their morning exercise. All those people that don't have to go to a 9 to 5 every morning. That's a creek drainage ditch, actually, from the city that runs down. And you can see this part of the trail actually follows along a road. And then we'll get into some woods here in a little bit, and then we're going to end up at a park at the end. Pretty overgrown, but hey, I'm familiar with that. If you've seen my first video, I got nothing but overgrown, so it's kind of strange walking along, talking to my phone. Good morning. Oh yeah, this little section of the trail just kind of goes through town or goes through neighborhood. You can see a house there. There you go. There's a reminder for all you dog owners. Clean up after your dog. I think that they used to have like little, like for the schools and stuff, they used to have like little nature seminars or briefings for the schools. And kids could come out here. I don't know if you can read that sign. Welcome to the Wellston Trail. No vehicles allowed. Probably hard to see with the sun, but yeah, these flowers on these trees, I'm not sure what these trees are called, but these flowers on these trees are pretty cool. I'm just hoping all this footage turns out okay. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody's full of smiles this morning. That's great. Good morning. Three people in a row, all three of them smiling big. That's great. So we're actually in the woods now. I flipped it around because those people were coming. A lot of people out here this morning. I didn't expect this many this early, but that's great. Around so you can see where we're walking. I have walked this trail before, as I said. Back in these woods, I've seen deer. Like the one that was on my little short yesterday morning. That was actually in my backyard. Amazes me that, I mean, as last time I looked at the video, how many people have seen it. There's like 1,300 people have seen that video. That's absolutely amazing to me. So, let's talk about, well, I got some time here and there's nobody around. Let's talk about the channel. As I said, the name of the channel is Old Guy Hustle. It's going to be to, or it's going to be just to keep me motivated. Like I said, I'm the old guy, obviously, and I'm going to show you some hustle. Hopefully it'll keep me motivated to keep going through the community that I'm hoping to build on this channel, and hopefully I can, along the way, motivate some other people. I mean, if one person sees my video and thinks, hey, you know, he can do it, I can do it. So I know that kind of stuff helps me, and like I said, that's why I'm doing this. What I'm going to include, obviously it's not going to just be a bunch of walks. Maybe every once in a while I'll come over here if I got a long thing to talk about and want to, you know, talk to you guys about something. This is an interesting way to do it, I guess, rather than just sitting in a car or sitting at a table at home or whatever. I think this would be a cool way to do it. And put out, you know, some nice, beautiful content. So, yeah, it's going to be just a different thing I'm doing. If you've seen my first video, it was my overgrown yard. That video was filmed probably 2 months ago, maybe a little longer than that, so it's grown up since then. What I'm going to start doing is getting in there and actually clearing out all that land and getting things cleaned up step by step. Hang on just a sec. Morning.
Yeah.
Whole group of men. So yeah, start step by step, section by section, cleaning up all that overgrown mess. And you can see this is a drainage ditch from the neighborhood. This is back in pretty much right through the middle of a neighborhood, so all runs down there to that creek, which is completely dry. But you get a good rainstorm and that completely fills up. So gosh, I hope I'm not saying too much. Yeah, I'm going to do videos of the cleanup of the yard. That's the number one thing. And also some projects around the house. The house itself is pretty much completely renovated. There are some projects that need to be done around the house other than the outside. There's some things that need to be done inside, some drywall work, basic cleanup, sanding some floors, and also there's a mini split air conditioner that I need to get installed. So those are the things that I'm going to video. I want to try to every day at least record some videos, get some footage recorded. I may not upload. I probably won't upload every day, but I may do, one one project one day, film it, do another project the next day, film it, and then slowly edit that and get it uploaded. So looks like we're coming up on the park, the other park. Can't believe I'm here already. That mile went pretty quick. So, if you're watching this video, I would appreciate the obvious YouTuber stuff. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Obviously, it'll help me. I think the most important thing I would like to see, I'd love to see, and really would help me along, as well as helping this channel, will be for comments. Words of encouragement, words of, hey, your videos suck, do a better job of editing, do a better job of filming, whatever it might be. Yeah. We'll talk about more on the way back. We're almost to the end. It's been almost a mile. This is a park, little community park here at the end of this. In the evenings, there's usually both those basketball courts are full. At least they used to be. I'm sure they still are. You guys see these? I've seen them a lot. These neighborhood libraries. You check out a book, or you don't even check it out. You just take a book, and kind of cool. Looks like the same person donates these books. Good place for churches to leave their brochures too. So, all right. So we've made it halfway. Hi. City workers here are also very friendly. So we made it halfway. We're going to start heading back. I love these groups of pine trees down here in Georgia. It always looks so cool. Just making sure that truck wasn't coming to run me over. So yeah, that you can see where that bridge is built, and yeah, and the creek down there, that will fill up in a rainstorm. I talked about that in my original video. in my yard. It's the same drainage ditch. And the drainage ditch filled up, flooded into my yard, and it was actually 3 feet up on the side of my house. Like I said, I talked about that in my original video, where I take you on a tour of my yard. There we go. You can see it there. Welcome to Wilson Trail. Kind of cool. And then now we're back into the woods. This is the coolest thing. Part of this trail is to walk through the woods. Even on the hot days, it's shaded. Stays cool. Morning.
Morning.
I just like that the city has this trail. A lot of people use it, as you've seen. It's pretty nice. And to talk a little bit more about cleaning up the yard. That's what made me think of that was, talking about the city and how I like this city. They will actually come and haul away branches. So you'll see as I'm videoing. You'll see as I'm videotaping me cleaning up an area, I'm just going to be hauling all the branches to the curb or to the street. And sometimes it takes them a while to get them away. I'll probably end up with, if I film every day, work on something every day, I'll probably end up with pretty big piles out by the road. But that's fine. Like I said, eventually they'll come along and take them all away. I had the whole front yard, all the way across the front yard, filled probably 3-4 feet high, piles of brush when I first bought the house, because it was even worse overgrown than it is now. And you can see this is part of the drainage system for the city. There's neighborhood houses up in there, and it's all higher, so all the water runs down here and runs into the main creek, so that it can drain away. That's another thing that I do, is I do gig work. I work through an app called Spark and deliver stuff for Walmart. Not just groceries, mainly groceries, but generally I will do what they call a shop and deliver, where I actually go in and do the shopping for the customer and take it out, load it up, and deliver it to the customer. I prefer those just because sometimes waiting for them to bring an order out to you is an extremely long wait, and I'd much rather be on my feet walking through the store doing the actual shopping than just sitting in my vehicle waiting for them to bring it out to me. Impatient, I guess. So There's a tree there with all the flowers on it. Like I said, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe someone could tell me in the comments what kind of tree that is. And we are closing in on 35 minutes on this walk. And I don't know, maybe a quarter mile left to go. Not too bad. Actually, I used to walk this a couple years ago, and it would take me about 40-45 minutes. I think the fastest I ever walked it was like 25 minutes one time, but there was thunderstorms heading. I didn't even realize until I was halfway to the one end. So I hurried up, got to the end, turned around, hurried back, and yeah, I think I walked the whole thing in about 25 minutes. There's some more isn't that pretty? They don't bloom like that all year round. This is the time of year that they bloom. Too close to me. Scare ya. I'm sure I'm gonna edit that out there. Tell my future editing Dave, edit that out. Yeah. And we're heading back to the area where we saw the albino squirrel. So I'm just going to ask, if you're watching this video, don't mind my finger in the screenshot there, or in the screen. If you're watching this video and you kind of enjoy it, you want to follow along, definitely subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so that when I upload, you'll see that I have. Like I said, I'm hoping to upload videos on a regular basis. I want to film content every day, have some kind of hustle going on that I can film every day, even if it's just something small that I'm working on. And start editing it, and then maybe in a couple 3 days have it ready to put out. Maybe as the channel grows, as I get things done, I can get on a regular schedule. But right now it's just going to be hit and miss, but hopefully every 2 or 3 days I should have a video up. Slowing down a little bit, I can feel it. Closing in on that 2 mile mark. Hell, getting old. Well, I gotta keep the hustle going, right? Old guy hustle. I've had that name. I actually have the domain name. I own the domain name oldguyhustle.com. I don't have anything active on it. I don't have any what's it called, server or anything like that where it's what is it called? I don't know. Through Bluehost. Right now I don't have anything. Oh, maybe things go well. Maybe I'll reactivate it. But I do own the domain name. It's like $12 a year or something to buy a .com and register a .com. So maybe someday I'll have a reason to reactivate oldguyhustle.com. other things that I want to do. I want to focus on this channel and just growing this kind of, not necessarily this kind of content, but my working on projects, getting things done. I want to focus on that for the beginning and get going with that pretty well, and then I can, once I've got that down where I can, I don't know, systemize it, I guess, then possibly move out into other avenues as well, other things. Yeah, I'll talk about that later as they come along. I've got some ideas, so. And it used to be a thing when we went camping. We'd always have a photo of a trash can in one of our photos. Back in the day where you would take a trip, take a bunch of pictures, get home, take your film to the film store, and a week later or a few days later get your pictures back, and then you could sit down and go through all your pictures. Now everybody just snaps something on their phone. 2 years later, they might scroll through all their pictures and say, oh wow, look at that, I don't remember taking that picture. So I think I'm going to end the video right here, and there's a good saying right there, come on back, y'all. I am in Georgia after all. Hopefully I'll get this uploaded tonight. I do appreciate anybody at all that has watched it. All the people that watched my video yesterday. Just my little short video. It's 20 seconds long. Just I saw a deer in my backyard and just grabbed my phone, opened up the door, got a real quick video of him, and then he ran off. So, but also I have another full video. I think it's like 14 minutes long. It's like a tour of my yard. It's kind of what the focus is going to be initially on this channel, is starting to work on that, getting the yard cleaned up, as well as doing projects around inside the house around me. I'm back in the beginning of my walk. I've walked my 2 miles and probably talked your ear off. It's been 41 minutes. Actually, I did a little bit better. Yay for Dave. I do appreciate y'all watching this. If you got to this part of the video, I definitely appreciate you watching the full video. I'm going to edit it. It's 41 minutes, but I'm definitely going to do some time lapse in there so that you don't have to sit and watch for 40 minutes. Hopefully get it down to about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes maybe. Once again, I appreciate it. Please go down in the comments, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of this. Give me some encouraging words to keep me going, keep my hustle, keep this old guy's hustle going. And like, comment, share, all the good stuff that YouTubers say. All right, from the Wellston Trail, this is Dave signing off.